my friends. My name is Ariadna Noemi, and today I talk about the science of biology.
Science as a way of knowing. Science is an organized way of gathering and analyzing evidence about the natural world. It is a way of observing, a way of thinking, and a way of knowing about the world. In other words, science is a process, not a thing. The word science also refers to the body of knowledge that scientific studies have gathered over the years. Several factors make science different from other human endeavors. First, science deals only with the natural world. Second, scientists collect and organize information in the only way, looking for patterns and connections among events. Third, science proposes explanations that are based on evidence, not belief. The goals of the science. The scientific goal of knowing includes the view that the physical universe is a system composed of parts and processes that interact. From a scientific perspective, all objects in the universe and all interaction among these objects are governed by universal natural laws. The same natural laws apply whether an object or events are large or small. One goal of science is to provide a natural explanation for events in the natural world. Science also aims to use those explanations to understand patterns in nature and to make useful predictions about natural events. The scientific methodology involves observing and asking questions, making inferences and forming hypotheses, conducting controlled experiments, collecting and analyzing data, and drawing conclusions. In the observation, the act of noticing and describing events or processes in a careful, orderly way. Inferring and forming hypotheses. An inference is a logical interpretation based on what science already knows. Inference combined with a creative imagination can lead to hypotheses. And the hypothesis is a scientific explanation for a set of observing that can be tested in ways that support or reject it. Designing controlled experiments of various factors that can change or variables. And other variables should be count and changed or controlled. This type of experiment is called controlled experiment. When the experiments are not possible. It is not always possible to test a hypothesis with an experiment. In some of these cases, research devises hypotheses that can be tested by observation. Sometimes, ethics prevents certain types of experiments, especially on human subjects. Medical research would suspect that a chemical causes cancer, for example, will not intentionally expose people to it. Scientific attitudes. Good scientists share a scientific attitudes or habits of mind that lead them to exploration and discovery. The scientific attitude is the curiosity. This research, for example, might look at a salt marsh and immediately ask, "What is that plant? Why is not growing here?" Often, the results from previous studies also spark curiosity and lead to new questions. The skepticism. Good scientists are skeptics, which means that they question existing ideas and hypotheses, and they refuse to accept explanation without evidence. Open-mindedness. Scientists must remain open-minded, meaning that they are willing to accept different ideas that might not agree with their hypotheses. Creativity. Researchers also need to think creatively to design experiments that yield accurate data. Practical problems. Sometimes, ideas for scientific investigation arise from practical problems. Salt marshes, for example, play vital roles in the lives of the many ecological and commercially important organisms, as you will learn in the next unit. The role of technology. Technology, science, and society are closely linked. Discoveries in one field of science might lead to new technologies. These technologies, in turn, enable scientists in other fields to ask new questions or to gather data in new ways. The published peer-reviewed articles in scientific journals allow researchers to share ideas and to test and evaluate each other's work. Scientific articles are like high-powered versions of your high school lab reports that contain details about experiment conditions, controls, data, analysis, and conclusions. Evidence from many scientific studies might support several related hypotheses in a way that inspires researchers to propose a scientific theory that ties those hypotheses together. But the word theory is used both in science and everyday life. It is important to understand that the meaning you give to the word theory in daily life is very different from its meaning in science. The living things are made up of basic units called cells. Organisms are composed of one or more cells. The smallest unit is considered fully alive. Cells can grow, respond to their surroundings and a procedure. Despite their small size, cells are complex and highly organized. The living things are based on a universal genetic code. All organisms store the complex information they need to live, grow, and reproduce in a genetic code written in a molecular called DNA. The living things grow and develop. Every organism has a particular pattern of growth and development. During development, a single fertilizer egg divides again and again. As two cells divide, they different types.